Another of the principles that seems somewhat counterintuitive to brand building is number 3, great brands ignore trends. I have to admit, I've always thought of great brands as being those who actually set trends, but I have a feeling you mean something different than that.
Well, you know, a lot of times people think, well, if I could just jump on the next trend, it'll secure my success.
Okay.
And what that often leads to is you're following someone else's lead, and great brands don't follow, they lead. What I observed is that they actually identify ideas that are out on the horizon that may be relevant to what they stand for and what they value, and then they discover ways to advance those ideas and really make them their own. So then everyone does end up following them.
So I think one of the examples you used or that you referred to is the great book Blue Ocean Strategy, and you talked about the amazing story of Cirque du Soleil.
Yes, they were able to go into an area that no one else had really thought of before because they were not trying to follow what everyone else was doing, but really think about what are the gaps in the marketplace, what are the opportunities, what are the untapped needs that people may not even know that they have, but ultimately it ends up really resonating with them.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about that story is the fact that it attracted a whole new group of people to an experience that was somewhat like a circus, but it didn't compete with the old circuses. In fact, nobody lost market share in that transaction. The Cirque du Soleil just created a new market.
Yeah, you know, I think that oftentimes people get so caught up in stealing share from other people when we realize that, hey, maybe we just need to like create our own market and then really own that. And once you are the leader in that market, it makes everyone else, you know, it kind of puts them back up behind you.
What are some other ways that you see companies ignoring trends, or how can the average company do that?
Well, you need to be scanning all sorts of media and not just in your own category, but really looking outside your category to identify the big changes that are happening in terms of technology, the economy, cultural changes, social changes, and asking yourself, what do those changes suggest about what might happen to my business and what opportunities there might be. So it's really about being very outwardly focused. Also, you need to listen between the lines. You know, there's a lot of great information out there, but if you take it at face value, you're only getting a partial value.
So what I'm hearing you say is this isn't about ignoring what's happening. It's about not jumping on somebody else's trend that they've already created. It's being really more aware of what's going on in the marketplace and deciding where you want to position yourself.
That's a great way to put it.
Well, let's take a look at the way some other people are doing that.
Okay.